Hi, my name is Daniel Kim and welcome to the 21st video lesson in the General Ability Test series. Let's get right into the first question, shall we? Find the synonym of deduce. A synonym is a word with the same meaning, so we need to find something that means deduce, which is to come at a conclusion by using limited knowledge. So, let's look at what we have. We have the words deduct, retreat, infer, and dissolve. So, let's look at the word deduct. Deduct means subtract. So, that's not a synonym. Retreat means to go back, and that doesn't mean deduce either. Now we look at the word infer, and infer means to use facts to get a derived conclusion. And that is a synonym for deduce. So the answer for 1 is C. But let's just look at dissolve just quickly. Dissolve is to pass something into a solution. So for example, you can dissolve salt into water and you can make salt water. So as I stated earlier, the answer for question 1 is C, infer, because it has the same meaning as the word deduce, to come to a conclusion by using limited facts. Question 2. Which of the following words is spelled incorrectly? We have the words reminiscent, convenient, anesthetic, and omnipotent. Now, I'll tell you the incorrect spelling, and then I'll spell it out together with you so that we don't make that same mistake again. So, let's look at the first word, which is reminiscent. It is in fact this word which has the wrong spelling, and if you know where the incorrect spelling is, good on you. If not, let's find it together. The word is reminiscent. So the remi part sounds okay. The remini, and then you need the word scent, like a smell. So reminiscent, okay? And that becomes the word reminiscent. So hopefully you get that spelling now. There's a little trick there, the word scent on the end. So hopefully you can use that to your advantage when you write it next time. So the answer for question 2 is A, reminiscent. The rest of them are spelt correctly, so it's worthwhile learning those spellings as well. Question 3. Which of the following is another word for reddish yellow? You have 4 words which all end with the spelling of O-U-S. Now, we have fulvus, glabrous, glaucous, and palus. So, which one of these means reddish yellow? Well, let's start from the back and go to the front. Palus is an adjective for something that's dangerous or risky. Glaucous is a word that describes a bluish grey or a green colour, and it's usually described with plants. Glabrous is an adjective for something that's smooth, especially a surface that doesn't have any hair or projections on it, which leads us to A, fulvus, which means a reddish yellow or a brownish yellow. So for that reason, the answer to question 3 is A. Question 4. Fill in the missing blank in the sequence below. We have the words a point, segment, blank, and then a line. And we have dash, dot, and arc. So, what we need to do here is consider what these all look like. So, a point, a segment. Now, a segment cuts through a circle, not necessarily through the center. So, this line here is called a segment. As you can see, it's got a fixed length because it stops here and stops here, or starts here rather and stops here. And then we have something, and then we have a line. Now, what's important about the line here is that it extends indefinitely in both directions. It can stretch on for infinity. So we need to find something that is fixed at one end and not fixed at the other, and that becomes the medium, as you will. So let's look. A dash, well, a dash is just a small line like that, that's kind of fixed there, and that's not what we're looking for. We have an arc on a circle. This is called an arc, but that's a curved line. We want a straight line. We have dot, which is practically this again, so that's not helpful. And then we have this called ray. Now a ray starts at one point and goes indefinitely in one direction. And as you can see, that fits in with the logical sequence. So for this reason, the answer to question 4 is B. Fill in the missing blank. We have the North Pole, the Arctic Circle, something, and then the equator. So this one relies on your knowledge of the different latitudes in the world. So if we start off at the North Pole, pretend here's the Earth. You have the North Pole here at the top. There you are. And you have the Arctic Circle. And that latitude, by the way, latitude is the vertical, not vertical, the horizontal lines that go around the world. So, like on geography maps and stuff, you'll see them. So, the Arctic Circle, very cold up there, and then something, and then you find the equator, which is the midway point. It separates the northern and southern hemispheres. So we need to try and find what goes in here. Now, the South Pole is down here, so that's no good. Antarctic Circle, that's over here, and that's not good either. And then we have the Tropic of Capricorn and the Tropic of Cancer. Now, I'm going to tell you that the Tropic of Cancer is in fact the one we're looking for, and the Tropic of Capricorn is a similar line of latitude in the southern hemisphere. And what these tropics are is, if you stand on this latitude, apparently at some stages of the year you can see the sun directly ahead of you. So just a bit of fun fact, just a little bit of a fun fact for you. Why it's named Tropic of Cancer is because you can, I think you can see the constellation Cancer when you stand on that latitude. Question 6. Indonesia is to Indonesian as Chile is to. Now, this one relies on your knowledge of the different nationalities. This, the particular correct answer we need for this question is A, Chilean. You can kind of go through them in your head and see which one sounds right. Chilean really doesn't sound right, so you can say that D was really no longer an option to start with. But, yes. Just commit that to memory now, and you won't forget it. Question 7. Look at the following diagrams. How many shapes have half their area shaded? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Okay, so let's take a look at these shapes. The first shape here, that's easily in half, because if you split this up into 2 triangles, you can see that each triangle shares a similar area, yes? This is easy. This is just split into half, so that's fine. Now this rectangle here, it's colored in a bit oddly. There's a weird triangle shape here, but if you divide this into 2 rectangles, you can see here that this rectangle is half shaded in this way, and this is half shaded in that way. And now in retrospect, it's probably a better idea to go this way and explain things in a similar manner. So forget the triangle method that I just taught you a second ago. Look at these 2 rectangles. In this rectangle, you have this happening, and in this rectangle, you have this happening. So hopefully that explains why the area is half in here. Now over here we have this, but just done twice. So if you split it down here, you can see this rectangle is split neatly in half. This rectangle here is split in half. This rectangle here is split in half, and this is in half again. So in total, half of the rectangle is shaded here, and once again shaded here, and once again shaded here. So it's for this reason that the answer for question 7 is in fact D. All 4 have half their area shaded. Question 8. One man can mow a lawn in 20 minutes, and another would take 30 minutes. How many minutes will they take to mow a lawn if they work together? Okay, so 20 minutes. If one of the men, he mows the lawn in 20 minutes, one lawn in 20 mins, That means in 1 hour, he could do 3 lawns. Now for the other person, he takes 30 minutes to do 1 lawn. So in 1 hour, he can do 2 lawns. Excuse my handwriting. So together, in 1 hour, they could do a total of 5 lawns. So if they wanted to just get 1 lawn together, divide that by 5 to get to 1. So you divide 1 hour by 5, and you get 1/5 of 60 minutes, and that is 12 minutes. So the answer for question number 8 is B, 12. Question 9. Unjumble the following letters to make a word meaning to interfere with. What letter does the word begin with? Now, to interfere with, you have to know the word hamper. Of course, I'm sure you've heard about Christmas hampers and these baskets full of goodies for Christmas time, but this word here, used as a verb, means to hinder the progress of and to interfere with, in other words. So, this word starts with the letter H. And the answer for question 9 is B. Question number 10. Which is the smallest planet in the solar system? Pluto, Neptune, Mercury, or Venus? Now, I think you'll find that Pluto is no longer a planet, and this was announced in around 2006, so maybe 5 years ago. So that means Pluto is now no longer the furthest planet in our solar system. It is in fact the next one in, which if you know your solar system well, you'll know that the answer is Neptune. So the answer is B. Question 11. A boy has 26 coins, all 20 cents or 50 cents. Its value is $9.70. The number of 20-cent coins must be. So, for these kind of questions, I find it easier to just go algebraically, but this is all whatever you're comfortable with. So, let's call the number of 20-cent coins X. That means we have 20X cents. Now, if he has 26 coins and we have X 20-cent coins, that means we have, of the 50-cent coins, we have 26 minus X. And this is meant to equal 970 cents. Now, I'm going to do a little trick here. I'm going to divide every single term by 10, and that will get rid of the zeros. And I'm allowed to do that because I'm doing the same thing to everything in my equation. So, 2x plus, let's expand the bracket, it's plus 130 minus 5x is equal to 97. So, 2x minus 5x is negative 3x, and 97 minus 130, sorry, I know this is confusing for you, minus 97, so 97 minus 130, by taking it over to that side, will get you negative 33. If you times both sides by negative 1, you'll get rid of the negative signs. So 3x is equal to 33, which means x is equal to 11. So the number of 20-cent coins is 11. So that wraps up today's video lesson. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you learned something in the process of this video. I will hopefully see you in the next one. So until then, see you later.